Hi everybody. So today is Sunday, October the 7th, and right now it's like right at 8 o'clock. But this morning, God gave me the word intentional, and that means it says done on purpose or deliberate, intentional. So that was the word this morning. But that he gave me, but he didn't tell me to get up and make no video or like how I normally have have my examples or like my testimony. Like I didn't feel that this morning. So I'm like, okay, well, and I wanted to be consistent with the videos like every morning, how I had been doing, but it was just like God didn't tell me to make no video, so I didn't make the video. And now tonight it was like I was texting my daddy and me and him just going back and forth, and then like things are just coming to me. Yesterday I made that video about like I kept talking about planting, the seed, and God like I looked at it like as the paper trail. I had the old videos from 3 years ago and saying things that I'm saying now, and I'm seeing like the bloom. I'm seeing, the harvest, how it's growing. That's how I looked at it yesterday. With just looking at the videos then and then looking at them now. That's how I was looking at it. Or, just saying, God was just saying, put it out there, and we'll worry about the rest later. Like all the stuff that he was telling me 3 years ago. And that's what I said in that video. It was like planting the seed. And then last Sunday, my daddy said, he was talking about planting a seed for October. And, that he wanted the church members to plant a seed for October. So, you see your blessings, you harvesting, So that was last Sunday. He said something like, I need 10 people. I believe 10 people are gonna sow a seed. And then he never said the amount. And right then, like $1,000 popped in my head. $1,000. And then he was like, well, I need 10 people to sow a seed of at least $100. And that last Sunday, in my mind, I remember thinking, oh, that's it? And I remember at the time thinking, like when I thought in my head $1,000, I was thinking, oh, that might be doable. It was like, I didn't think that was too much like out of the question, So that was last Sunday. So here's this Sunday, and it's October the 1st. And that's when he was wanting, everybody write their names on an envelope. We're gonna sow a seed. And he said, now we're gonna write the number on a piece of paper, and then just all through the month try to reach that goal. So Naya sowed the seed too, and she had a piece of paper, but I didn't. In my purse was just receipts and candy wrappers, and as a mom, how we go through, got a junky purse. But I didn't have a blank sheet of paper, so I asked Naya. I said, Naya, just turn me off a piece of your paper. So in my mind, I'm thinking, before God had told me at least sow that $100, because that's what he said. He said you need 10. Well, then he said you need 15 people to sow $100. So at the time, I'm thinking, okay, 100. I can. I was thinking that that's what I was supposed to do, was that at least that $100. But Elena got himself, and on that paper Naya gave me, it said I wrote $50. Because in my mind, I'm thinking, we can always justify stuff. Naya wrote, I think, $15. Stink wrote $15. So I'm thinking in my head, okay, well, if I got to give them the money anyway. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, well, that's going to add up to $100, But that wasn't what God was telling me to do. But, we can get in self and we can justify anything. So then, so I wrote the $50. So, but that just didn't feel right. That did not feel right. And so they passing around other like sheets of paper like the ushers. And I asked one of the ushers, I said, let me have another piece of paper. And I wrote that $100 on the piece of paper. Like I wrote $100. And then I just felt like a sign of relief, because before when I wrote that 50, it was just like 100. Like it was just screaming out at me. And then I was thinking, because I was thinking, you know, we got the Halloween party coming up, Naya's birthday coming up, you know, Christmas, the kids. So, you know, you getting self. And I'm just like, hey, I'm just going to spread this $100, you know. And so and in my mind, I thought, well, worst come to worst, if I get my check on the 1st, I can put the money in the envelope, probably still in October because I get paid early. So I was like, I can do that. You know, just like worst come to worst. So I'm like, okay, I'm put this $100. If I just gotta add it on the 1st, then you know that's what I gotta do. I'll still be able to make that $100 like seed, you know. So that's what was going on in my mind. So I put the $100, and there you go. So then, as my daddy was preaching. I looked at my bank account because I was trying to see how much money I had because my mama's birthday is tomorrow, so I was going to get her something, trying to figure out, you know, what I could get her, what was going on. And then I was going to get the kids some food, you know, after church, we're going to get something to eat. I look at my bank account, and it was, let's say it was about $1,200. It was about $1,200 that was just there, like extra, that was in the bank account. And in my mind, I'm thinking that God has just tripled the money. Like just, well, I kept saying triple, but he didn't triple it. Like that's like, what, multiplied it many times. That's what I'm going to say. He multiplied it, you know. And so right then, I'm just shaking because it's Sunday and it said it deposited like today or something. I don't know. It said it deposited today. What bank deposits it money today? Like, you know, and the fact that I didn't even like look at my bank account, you know. And so that's the thing, you know. And then I was like, not on the video, I was like, not going to say numbers and stuff. But God is just saying that's the testimony, Elena. That's the testimony. So, yeah. So, yeah, it was about $1,200 extra in the account. And so, yeah. So, okay, so then I'm feeling like I'm still in church. The preaching still going on. And they open the doors of the church. And I'm just feeling like I got to tell this. And before I had said a testimony already, like during testimony time, but I was like, ooh, I just got to tell this. It was just like burning in me. And it wasn't just like sow the seed and keep quiet. Like, you know how you just sow, because my daddy kept saying that's between you and God. It's between you and God. But I just felt like I just got to tell these people that God just multiplied my seed right in front of my eyes, you know? So when so we was going on and I knew they was gonna do like a little presentation for my mama. So I was trying to wave my daddy down, but he didn't see me because, you know, he was in the spirit and stuff. But I told Stink, my son, I said, go tell Papa I got something to say when he gets done. And so my daddy, yeah, he told me to come on up there. And y'all know him. It was in the pulpit, which actually I got like a sensation that, like, that's where I was supposed to be. You know, like, it was, and me and him, we keep saying, I'm going to get to the pulpit. I'm going to get to the pulpit. And it's like, I felt like that was, like, what I needed to say. And another thing, like, I told my daddy, I said, I feel like everything is for, like, a testimony. Like a testimony. And I tell my daddy, I said, how can I help people at the church with, like, my testimony? And I literally told him that. And then it's like today that happened. So I get up in the pulpit and I tell him, I tell him the story about how I was going to do the $50, but then I changed it to $100. And then I said, you know, I thought he was going to say $1,000 last week. But yes, I was just all in emotion. I was probably rambling because I was just so caught up. And yeah, and then I said, you know, he just multiplied the money. And then so yeah, so you know, everybody clapping and stuff. Okay, so after that, I heard a member say, well, go and get, you got something about like, go and get it right now. And then my daddy started saying, you know, well, you make sure you do what you're supposed to do with that money. So the kids was getting birthday cake for my mama, you know, little presentation thing. And I was like, I just felt the urge, like, go to the bank, do this right now. And in my heart, I felt like it wasn't really like sowing a seed. It really, in my heart, I felt like give it to the church now because maybe they had like something to pay or something. That's how I really felt. But, you know, everybody was saying, well, just go put it in an envelope. You know, get your envelope and put it back in the envelope. So that's what I did. So, I mean, I don't know. I might talk to the people at church and see, you know, how to go about that. But I really felt like just give it to them, because I don't know, like, you know, if anything was going on or something. That's what I felt. But so I'm driving to the bank, to the ATM, and I felt like, I kept saying like $200. But then it was like, it's because I kept saying he tripled the money. That's what I kept saying. But really, it wasn't tripled of $100. It was, you know, just multiplied it. So so I kept saying tripled, but it wasn't that. And then so on the way to the ATM, it just hit me like $300. $300 seed. So I got the $300 at the ATM, and I gave it and put it in my envelope. So right now, as me and my daddy, well, about 30 minutes ago, me and my daddy going back and forth and texting. And I was just telling him, I said, I feel like God is saying, like, add to it. Like, that's not it. It was like, that's the start. And I didn't feel like he's saying, like, give more money at this time. Like, with that money that he gave me, I feel like he's saying more money is coming, but keep watering that seed. Like, I feel that. And when I was driving back to the church to give the $300, I felt like God was saying, Elena, you about to get it back. Like, it's about to come right back. Like, you're not even going to miss it. You know, and I didn't even feel away when I gave the money. Like, oh, I need to pay this. Or, now your birthday coming up, Christmas coming up. I could do that with that $300. I really did not feel that. It was just like, give it. You know what I mean? That's how I felt. And I felt like, you know, just keep watering the seed. And I told my daddy in the text message, I said, I don't think that was the harvest. You know, like, I don't think that $1,200 was it. I think God blessed me with that money so I could sow a bigger seed. The seed, you know, like the start of it. Like, so I could sow a bigger seed. Anything I go water will be extra. But that day, sowing a bigger seed is what I felt like. You know, like, I feel like that's like, it's just gonna keep coming. So I feel like that's not the end of it. You know, like, that $1,200, that's not the end of it. That's not what you would have did at the end of the month. That's not the end of the blessings. I mean, you know, like, the harvest, the blessings, you know. So that's what I felt. But I just felt, and I told my parents, I said, I've never felt like that. Like, I had to tell the people. But it was like, God is just saying, Elena, you the testimony. You are the testimony. You telling these people, if you sow a seed in Christ, if you sow a seed in me, if you sow a seed within your church, if you sow a seed within your life, I can multiply it. And then another thing, my daddy's sermon was immediate blessings. So when he said that, it was like it happened immediately. I immediately checked my bank account. Not for that, but just to, you know, see, there it was. And I immediately went to the ATM, and I had to put the money in the account, you know. So it's just, God is just amazing. And that's what it was. And then I told the church, I said, yesterday I just made that video about sowing seeds. A living testimony. And that's what I said. I just gotta keep being obedient. I just gotta keep on walking in it, because he just showing me, and he's showing everybody else around me the testimony. And if he doing it for me, y'all, he can do it for you. Whew. That's all I got. Bye.